There comes a moment in life when you stare at yourself in the mirror and realize no one is coming to save you. No Calvary, no miracle, just you, your will, and the storm you're standing in. People talk about failure like it's an end. But the truth is, failure is nothing more than a test of who you are when the world pushes you to your knees. Defeat is not an option because the second you accept it, you kill every possibility of greatness inside you. Every scar, every setback, every sleepless night is a brick in the fortress of your strength. You think champions were born lucky? No, they were forged in pain, in pressure, in moments where everything screamed, quit, and they refused. Your excuses don't care about you. Your comfort zone is your enemy, and time will bury you if you don't fight. Stand up, bleed if you must, cry if you must, but never, ever let the world see you surrender. Because once you've tasted what's possible, when you refuse defeat, you'll realize the fight is the reward and victory becomes inevitable. Pain is proof you're still alive. Use it. That discomfort you feel, that burning in your chest, that knot in your stomach, it's the greatest signal life could ever give you. It means you're in the fight. It means the game isn't over. Too many people run from pain as if it's some kind of curse, when in reality, it's the most honest teacher you'll ever have. Pain strips away the lies you tell yourself. It removes the mask of comfort and exposes your raw, unpolished self. It's in that moment when you're broken, when you're hurting, that you have the choice to become less or to become more. Most will choose less because it's easier to retreat into safety, to curl up and pretend it's impossible, but you are not most people. If pain is there, it's telling you that you still have a chance. You can take that sting, that fire, and shape it into fuel. You can turn every insult, every rejection, every betrayal into a blade so sharp it cuts through every obstacle in your path. The truth is, comfort makes you weak. Comfort tells you you've done enough. Pain tells you there's more to be taken, more to be conquered, more to be earned. Pain demands you grow stronger, faster, sharper. When you feel it, don't ask why me, ask what now. That shift changes everything. You stop playing the victim and start becoming the weapon. You learn to thrive in the chaos because you've realized pain is not the enemy, it's the forge. Every time you've hurt, every time you've fallen apart, you are being remade. Pain breaks you down only to rebuild you bigger. So the next time it hits you, don't run, don't hide, and don't quit. Stand there, take it, breathe it in, and smile, because you're alive, and that means there's still a fight to win. That's when pain stops being suffering and becomes power. Excuses build coffins. Discipline builds empires. Every excuse you tell yourself is a shovel in your own hands, digging the grave where your dreams will be buried. People don't lose because they're not capable. They lose because they convince themselves they can't. And then they make peace with doing nothing. Excuses sound smart. They feel comforting. They give you a reason to stay the same. But comfort is the quiet killer of potential. Every time you say, I'll start tomorrow, you're handing another piece of your future to the dirt. Discipline is the exact opposite. It's uncomfortable. It's relentless. It's boring at times. But it's the only thing that builds something worth keeping. Discipline doesn't care about your mood, your circumstances, or your feelings. It just demands that you show up over and over again, whether the sun's shining or the world's falling apart. Empires are built on foundations of consistency, not bursts of motivation. Motivation fades. Discipline is eternal. Discipline is waking up when the alarm goes off, not when you feel like it. Discipline is saying no to distractions, no to weakness, and yes to the grind. It's keeping promises to yourself when no one else would notice if you broke them. And here's the thing, discipline compounds. Every day you keep it, you stack another brick. Every brick makes the wall higher, and eventually you look back and see you've built a fortress so strong, no storm can take it down. Excuses, on the other hand, compound too. Only they stack regrets, lost opportunities, and wasted time until you're surrounded by the cold stone of what could have been. That's the coffin you've built with your own hands, and once it's sealed, there's no coming back. The difference between the person who wins and the person who disappears isn't luck. It isn't talent. It's the decision to be disciplined when no one's watching. Empires don't rise because the builder felt like building. They rise because the builder built every single day, no matter what. So you have to ask yourself, are you digging your grave with excuses or laying bricks with discipline? Because one day, the work you do now will either be the walls that protect your legacy or the dirt that buries it. The choice is yours. every single morning. Refusal to quit is the ultimate weapon. Talent can be beaten, skill can be learned, luck can run out. But the man or woman who simply refuses to stay down will always be dangerous. The world can take almost everything from you, your comfort, your money, your opportunities, but it cannot take your will unless you hand it over. That's why persistence scares people. It's not normal to keep going when everything says stop. Quitting is easy. It's a warm blanket, a soft bed, and the promise of no more struggle. That's why most choose it. But those who refuse to quit understand something deeper. Pain is temporary, but quitting is permanent. Every time you refuse to quit, you tell the universe that it can hit you, it can bloody you, it can drag you through hell, but you're still going to keep moving forward. And in that moment, you gain a power no opponent can match. You stop being someone who's trying to win and become someone who simply will not lose. Refusal to quit turns setbacks into setups, turns failures into lessons, turns adversity into fuel. It's the mindset of warriors, builders, and leaders. It's the reason history remembers certain names and forgets the rest. Because the truth is, most people are not beaten by life, they surrender to it. They stop before the breakthrough. They walk away before the finish line. They silence themselves before the world can hear their voice. And that's why the one who refuses to quit stands out. You don't have to be the fastest, the strongest, or the smartest. If you refuse to quit, you will eventually outlast everyone who does. Even when you have no strength left, you can still crawl. Even when you can't crawl, you can still think, still plan, still prepare for your next step. If your refusal to quit is not about speed, it's about inevitability. The world can't defeat what it can't stop, and the person who will not quit is unstoppable. This is Andrew Wilson. That's the weapon you carry, not a sword, not a shield, but a mindset that says, if I have breath, I'm still in the fight. And if you live by that, every enemy you face will eventually learn the same lesson. There's no winning against someone who won't go away. So here's the truth. Life will not hand you anything you haven't fought for. It will test you, break you, and dare you to quit. Most will fold under that pressure, and they'll convince themselves it was fate, bad luck, or someone else's fault. But not you. You've already decided that defeat is not an option, that no matter how hard it gets, you will not lay down. The storms will come, but you will walk through them. The nights will get darker, but you will keep moving toward the light. Every obstacle you face will either be your excuse or your reason, and you've chosen reason. You've chosen to rise. Every scar will become proof of your survival. Every setback, a stepping stone to something greater. One day, people will look at you and wonder how you did it, and the answer will be simple. You didn't stop. You refused to quit when it would have been easier to give up. You stood when your body wanted to fall. You fought when your mind screamed no more, and you kept going until the fight became the victory. And that's how empires are built, one unbreakable decision at a time.